Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC, and on the bench today I've got another Kyosho for you, another Fazer Mk2 even. This thing is really nice looking. It's the 1970s body of the Chevelle SS, the 454 LS6, four-wheel drive car by Kyosho. Brushed motor, 14 turn, and look at how pretty it is out of the box, guys. We're gonna get in, we're gonna show you this car, tell you all about it. If you watched the one about the Dodge Charger, it's very similar. If you're just coming to the channel because you wanted to learn more about this car, maybe you saw it online or in your hobby shop, we're gonna go through it all for you in case that's the reason you're here. So I don't wanna skip any of the details just because I've done them before, guys. So we're gonna go through this, show you what you get in the box with this car, tell you why I like it now that I've driven several of them, and then we'll get out there and do the speed tests and show you a little bit of it running on the road. I probably won't go off-road as much with this one, but I do have special plans for it, and it will be going off-road eventually. But this type of car, this look of car, is unlike that Charger where I was trying to Dukes of Hazzard it. So I'll do a little bit more on-road with this, and you guys will see as we get to that portion of the video. We'll go ahead and do the run video along with the unboxing, so it's all in one video for you guys with these cars. Let's get to it. All right, so here's everything that you get with the vehicle. You get this nice manual here, all kinds of part explosions and stuff to show you about the car, how to run it, operate it, multiple languages. Very helpful. You should look through this for sure, especially if it's your first time having one of these. Nice little goodie bag with some tools. You've got some basically extenders here. They're like brakes, but they also give you a different offset for your wheels if you want them to stick out further to work with different bodies. It looks like another servo horn, some shock spacers and screws, a couple things, tools. Nice little goodie bag there with it. The controller, which I do love this controller that they come with, RTR. Great controller, feels good in the hand. You've got an extra 3-position switch here. It's like a third channel. On-off switch on the back. You've got steering trim, steering dual rates, throttle trim, the throttle EPA, endpoint adjustments here, and reverse. So lots of cool stuff on here that you have to work with. And feels good. Little offset of the grip here, which makes you kind of turn it in your hand. It just feels really comfortable to hold because you don't hold it straight like this. It makes your hand sit at a very relaxed position when you drive with it. So I really like this. But you guys want to see this beautiful thing. Look at the rims on that, the shine that they've got. An interesting note, which I didn't point out in the last video, is that these use a screw to go on instead of having the traditional nut that goes on from the outside. It actually is I think it's a 2mm Allen that goes in there, but you've got the tool with it to work on it. It's just a little bit different setup than some of the other cars used that I have. So that was interesting. You do have like light buckets up front. There are no lights in them, but that's nice to point out that there are hard light buckets in here. Plastic bumper, plastic SS here in the grill. This is a sticker. The actual grill is a sticker, as well as the lights down below. But overall, just a really good look. You've got the body clips here. You've got 2 mirrors on this car on each side, which are hard plastic. Looks really good. And then you've got the body post here in the rear. I should point out that the stripe here is a sticker, and it's not painted on there. It's got the 1970 on the plate, little SS on the back, and you've got, again, lights here, which are stickers, so that won't, it's not set for putting in your own little bulb in there at the moment. But this does screw in. It's a separate piece that mounts in. There's 2 little screws on the top and on the side down here. So looking at the chassis itself, it's plastic. It's using hexes, which is great. You can see the Velcro strap for the battery here. It's got a little ridge that raises up so that anything that would kind of catch on that, when this is pulled tight, should kind of hit that and just glaze over it. So yeah, overall, I find these arms down here to be very flexible and take a beating because the monster truck uses these, and then we went off-roading with the Dodge Charger. It's got the foam bumper you can see here. We'll go ahead and take the top off, which is just getting rid of these 4 pins here. Get rid of the clips. All right, give you a look inside the body as well. So you can see here where the light buckets are mounted and how they're mounted. And so I'm sure that in the goodie bag is the rest of this to be able to clamp into lights. It does actually receive lights here on the rear. So even though this, oh, I was wrong, these are plastic. And then there's a sticker over it. So those are a plastic light bucket. And look at that, you can actually put in brake lights. Very cool. It's a licensed body, it shows here. Very clean job on it with the paint. And you can see how they mount that front end on here too as well. So very well put together body. Now these, what I was saying earlier about the expense, is $229 for the whole thing. To just buy the painted body is probably like $100 for something like this. Same with that Dodge Charger because of all the plastic components. So that means that $130 gets you this really nice controller for ready to run, and all of the stuff that you see here with the wheels, motor, the receiver, and the ESC, which is a 60 amp ESC in here. Pretty fantastic. It does have oil-filled shocks, and those oil-filled shocks have aluminum caps on them. It's four-wheel drive. You can see it's a plastic drive shaft down the middle, as well as plastic drive shafts to the wheels. Have had no problem though with those particular drive shafts having any issue with these ones. You will want to upgrade this if you want to go brushless or higher power than the included motor system that is with it. But had great success so far with these vehicles, and very durable. So I can say that about them. It does use Velcro to hold down the battery, which I love. Easily fits in a 2 or 3S pack in here. The Velcro goes to the strap here. Got foam pads here to help cushion the battery as well. And what else do you have in here? So the servo sits right up in here. But this is does not have a slipper. It is basically like a direct drive from the spur gear to the diffs. So there is an optional spur gear that slipper gear that you can get to put in here. So it is running their 14-turn 550 can motor, which gives it pretty good power. We've seen about 25 miles per hour with these things, and as you run them, they'll probably break in a little more. This one looks like it has a little solder on the motor, something there. But yeah, on-off switch on the side right here. So it is not really adjustable, as you can see, for your wheels on here. You could probably replace these with turnbuckles that are adjustable if you wanted to be able to set your tires, like the camber and stuff on them. Same with the front. They have upper arms here. Doesn't give a whole lot of adjustability there. But overall, they look great. The brakes inside there look fantastic in the wheels themselves. And yeah, 60 amp ESC under here that has little pins that let you set forward, brake, reverse, which is how it's set up now. And also if you're using LiPo or a NIM pack. It's set for LiPo, which is just the safe way to do it. If somebody puts it in, it's going to do the auto LiPo cutoff. But yeah, overall, these things, you'll need to have your own batteries and own charger for those batteries. And great looking cars, great running cars, and you get a ton. I don't know how they're priced so low, but that's why they flew off the shelf for me after looking at them. Not really being an on-road guy, but this is my kind of an on-road car. These chassis will take anything. The one thing I'm going to note here is that it doesn't seem aligned. The wheelbase for this seems too long for the body. We'll get in here and show you a little bit closer. But you can see how that lines up on here. And then in the front, it's like it's just kind of off a little bit. But if you kind of pull on these body posts, kind of pull them back a little bit, you can get it to ride a little better. But yeah, not sure what's going on there, but it's not a great fit on there. Still looks pretty fantastic though, in my opinion. So we'll get it out there, we'll get some speed runs for you guys, and then just show it driving on the road, because it's going to look like a beauty. All right guys, time for the speed test. We got our Dynamite speed meter here and tracker. It's set to peak speed at 0. 5,000 milliamp hour Venom 2S battery, 25C. and it should be plenty for this car. And we're gonna give it a quick test and see how fast we can go. Now, I will say that the other car, which is the exact same length as this, which is the Charger, pretty much the exact same car. I think we got 26 miles per hour, 25, 26, that range. I'm pretty sure it was 26. Have to go back and look at that video and put it on the screen here. But we're gonna be guessing that this should hit about the same top speed. You know, any little anomalies may change a little bit there, but it's running the same gearing and everything, so make sure everything is running straight. Feels pretty good. Turn our dual rates down just for speed runs. When I bash, I like to have high dual rates on my steering. I like the control of the lower dual rates for speed runs because my movements are less likely to send it going crazy. So it feels about the same. Feels like that 25 mile an hour. Perfect for a little street bashing. These cars look fantastic out here running. It's getting cold here. We're supposed to, in Virginia Beach area here, get a snowstorm tomorrow night. So we'll see. Let's see. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna give it a couple more passes here, just so you guys can get a good look at it running by. Get a little lower. Whoa, hit something. Looks so good. I may like the look of this one better, just running like this. That silver with the black stripes is so cool. Now, if you do a break-in with it, and the more you run it, the faster you might get it to be if you break it in properly with the brushes. I did not do a water break-in with a brushed motor. I typically do for motors that I really want to last and get the most performance out of. I don't intend this to be a speed car. It's kind of a basher. I'll hit it with a little motor cleaner and put it on a stand and try and break the brushes in that way. But that's gonna be my plan. So I could get a little bit more speed out of this, maybe another mile an hour. But longevity, this thing handles so well. Let's just go ahead and open it up and see. Now, you know, I'm gonna keep bashing for a little bit, guys, because it's hard to do the clips one-handed. So we'll give you a little street bash first, then we'll look at the speed. So dual rates going all the way up now. Oh yeah, now we're talking. If the dual rate's low, oh, you would not be getting to turn the wheels this tight to do burnouts. Curb. I was trying to get over here where it's a little bit looser. I hit that pretty good. See if we get any damage. Not too bad. I actually did punch this out a little bit here. Out of the bumper. Fixed it. I have plans for this to be a police car. So I have a clear body coming for this, so we're gonna paint up white. Do a little Dukes of Hazzard running with it. Have a buddy run this one, see the police car, do some little movies, crashing them into stuff, so. Really impressed. I'm not gonna do much off-roading with this right now, because I felt like the other one needed to show it off. But with this kind of body, I don't feel like that's necessary. We just want to have a little bit of fun with our 70s Chevelle. Rip it down the street. All right, let's get a look at our speeds here. Pull it off the road. Oh, you know what? I could have just turned off the camera. After we get the speed, we don't need it. We don't have to go one-handed. But last time when I was doing this, I lost one of the clips. Actually, two of them. So pretty good run in there. 25 miles an hour with all that full speeding we were doing for long periods of time. Pretty accurate reading, I would say. Pretty consistent with our overall results. Let's go ahead and bash it a little bit more. All right, there you go, you guys. I can smell some burning rubber. Been really working these tires, and another great performer by Kyosho. I mean, we knew it was gonna be, but these things just perform for 230 bucks. You know, getting into it, ready to run. It's pretty an unbelievable deal. You can see I've got some pretty good road rash up on the top here. Took a couple of nasty spills, but they're meant to be driven, guys. Get out there, run them, have fun. This body's gonna be swapped out anyway, so I probably should have taken better care of it and sold it, but oh well, that's not how we do things. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, hope you liked the video. Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more RC content. We got a lot coming, guys. A lot more on-road stuff this year, just to have a little bit of fun. Anyway, have fun RCing, guys. We'll catch you next time.